Sportscast Sports Talk 101 on digital radio, on the app, on your smart speaker, on Twitter, YouTube, Twitch.tv, and Facebook. Sportscast Sports Talk 101.
Discuss, debate, entertain, and loud.
Sportscast Sports Talk 101.
What's going on? Woo.
Woo!
I love that last part. And loud.
Yes.
It's like somebody knew who I was.
What's going on, Vet? Long time no
Dude,
see.
I know, right? God, I thought we were going to talk about, combine stuff and a few things here and there over the weekend. And then on my phone, it's like bing, bing, bing. And then, Schefter tweet. I'm like, what the hell's going on? And then I'm like, oh shit, everything hit the fan today.
Sure did. Some
I was
sad
like-
fans over there in Seattle.
They're going to be even sadder when the Broncos win the Super Bowl next year.
Okay.
And we could say that they made, people will be like, the Broncos don't stand a chance. Yeah, that's like everybody saying the Buccaneers didn't stand a chance. The Rams, who the hell thought the Rams were going to win the Super Bowl picking up Matthew Stafford? I would not count out the Broncos. They were a quarterback away last year.
No, okay. So guys, what we're talking about, if you don't know, your boy Russell, he's going to Broncos. The Seahawks traded him to the Broncos. What's going on, Ron? And
let me get to my chat. There we go. Ron, what's up, buddy?
Yeah, holy cow. As a 49er fan, I approve of this trade.
I bet you do. Oh, I bet you approve that miss. Oh,
Dude, they just went.
I didn't even. I mean, I knew, but it makes sense because the Broncos were gung ho on getting Rodgers, and the Packers were like, you know what, we ain't gonna do that. No,
that nut was good. He's gonna be a 49. No, he's not. He's staying his ass right. He know where his bread and butter is, and it's Green Bay, Wisconsin. They tagged his boy. They tagged the receiver, Devontae Adams.
Well, you knew that was
They're a contender.
Well, yeah, of course they are. Rodgers doesn't have to worry about Tom Brady now.
Nope.
I mean,
Nope.
I would. I don't want to go too early in the predictions, but I could foresee a Packers Broncos Super Bowl. Put Rodgers up against.
I got it. Hold on.
It's
too early.
I'm just kidding. Rodgers ain't gonna. I'm just kidding. Rodgers ain't going to the Super Bowl. That bum. I'm surprised I said that with a straight face. I can't stand Aaron Rodgers. Oh my god.
It's chemistry. Russell has to go in there. He's got some young guys. He's got some young players. He's got a young quarterback. Javon Williams, Jurdy. What the hell? The receiver on the Broncos.
Oh, God.
Who as soon as that trade went down, he tweeted out, "Oh yeah, we lit now, baby."
So do we think that we'll see a reunion with Von Miller? And maybe a free agent signing with Bobby Wagner?
Hey, Bobby, go call Vaughn. Be like, hey, Vaughn, you got your championship. You want to come on back to Denver to Mile High? Hey, you never know.
Yeah.
And you got Russell. Oh my God, decaf. Oh, I know he's mad. All those receivers over there,
God.
and
dude, they are.
They're not gonna be getting them beautiful long bomb passes, man. I don't know who's gonna be throwing it.
No, they got. Hey, let's be real. They got a great quarterback named Drew Lock. And they had Geno Smith too, but he's dude. I can't even keep a straight face saying stuff like we already know. I'm like,
wait a minute. When Russell got hurt, I've got to give credit when credit was due.
Yes, Geno did. Geno stepped it up.
He stepped it up. He played.
But Drew Lock is. I don't know who I would take. Would I Drew Lock or Geno? And I'm just It's a
I,
honestly, I'd probably go with Gino on that one.
I'd go find somebody. 'Cause
I know.
I wouldn't get neither one. Now let me stop.
I'm curious though. What does that do for Bridgewater's psyche though? Because now he's back to being a bitch worm.
He could go. Hey, Seahawks.
Well, is he a free? I don't know. Is he a free agent this year?
Bro, he look. Russell in, he's out.
Yeah.
He's out. Come on.
They've already there's already images all over Twitter with Russell in his Broncos jersey. God, that didn't hesitate.
I used to hate him. He used to always say, "Go Hawks, go Hawks." I do like those Sierra. Though.
I mean, it wasn't surprising that we start seeing shakeups with big time quarterbacks that are going to start shifting places because salary cap can kill a team, especially when your team is stacked with players. That salary cap is a real ball buster.
Well, also you saw what the Rams did. They went all in and they won a Super Bowl. So sometimes, hey, you got picks. Sometimes those picks, you don't know what the hell they're gonna do. It's a hit or miss. So you know what? You might as well trade them in and get somebody that's a winner. Russell's a winner. He's been there.
Yeah. I mean, I think he's going to have a much better career season this upcoming season than he's had in a while. And I think it's because he's going to be rejuvenated. He's in a new place, and I think that's what he needed. We've seen. Look at Matthew Stafford, prime example. Got his butt out of Detroit.
Yeah. He got to get used to the mile high, though, man. He's like the breathing. You're up there. You got to get used to being up on high altitude.
Yeah, but there was so much news dropping today. I've lost. I mean, between that, Rodgers is back in Green Bay on a 4-year, $200 million extension. Not just that, he signed. This was fucking crazy. It was absolutely phenomenal because he got 4-year extension, $200 million, including $153 million in guaranteed money. Rodgers, I know I criticize you, but can I get a loan?
I'm happy because you know what? I like to see the guys go out on their team. For me to not go out with the Patriots. For me to see my man that played for Indy and he went out with the Broncos. Manning,
I know, but I hate Rodgers. I cannot stand that crybaby.
He deserves to finish out.
I mean, on that analogy, I do agree because I was glad to see like Emmitt Smith when he got traded to Arizona.
Oh my God,
I was glad that he
broke my heart.
I'm glad that he signed a 1-day contract or whatever it was with the Cowboys to retire. Just like Art Monk. Art Monk got traded from Washington years ago to the Jets. Came back on a 1-day contract so he could retire.
Jerry Rice played with the Raiders. Played with the Seahawks. Wasn't he a Bronco too? I mean,
Raiders, Seahawk, and
he was on a practice team and didn't make it.
But he signed. He retired as a 49er.
Yeah.
So I believe so did. His first quarterback that took him to the Super Bowl.
Joe Montana went
to
KC.
KC then came back for a day.
Hey, but we had to have young, he had to get that monkey off his back.
Yeah.
But all right, so go ahead.
Oh, go ahead. I was gonna say, out of all of that, with what we're talking about though, I'm just kind of like, what do they do? What's gonna happen to Jordan Love? He's basically, I mean, I guess one could say he's going to follow the Brett Favre plan, which was what Rodgers did. He sat in the back seat in the shadows for so long, and then finally got his time when Favre retired, and then left. But I don't know, because Love's going to basically have to do the same thing. You're going to have to force Rodgers out or say, I want to trade. I don't want to be on this team.
First of all, as much people, I know there's a lot of Rodgers haters out there, but Rodgers can play some ball. Okay. He's elite. He's an elite quarterback.
I know.
He's got a running back. He's got receivers. They got a team. You got a team.
Yeah.
He's the guy. He's the man. All right.
So it basically, what I pulled up was, if Rodgers were to play out all 4 years of his contract, which I suspect he will, I don't see him not playing all 4 years. Love would need to be on a second contract to still be with the Packers.
Hey, Rodgers can't beat the 49ers.
That's because he wants to play. That's because he still wants to be a. That's because in his heart, he still wants to be a 49er.
That depends on who's going to be our quarterback for the Niners, man. Because right now, we still got Jimmy, and congrats, Jimmy, on successful surgery. Let's hurry up and trade your ass on out of here.
Yeah. All right, you want to pick up the next news?
Well, okay, we could go with. Well, first of all, can we say idiot of the day? Can we just get that out? Idiot of the day.
Wait, is he in the chat?
No.
Sorry.
No, he's not in the chat. Calvin.
Oh my God.
Calvin.
He's the Pete. Oh, you're talking about the Pete Rose of the NFL.
Calvin. Look, man. $1,500 bet just cost you millions of dollars, kid. Millions of dollars.
Well, to be fair, he probably saw Dak Prescott's bonehead move and was like, "Yo, I got to do something to beat that shit. I can top it," and got busted. But dude, how stupid can you be? Like, maybe he just didn't want to play.
A lot of people are saying, "Well, he's not the only one betting in sports and betting on his teams or betting in football." But guess what? You don't get caught, you idiot.
He might not be the only one doing that, but he's the only one that was dumb enough to get caught. Exactly. Stupid.
God. You are suspended for a year. You was getting ready to get paid and make some money. Now you didn't screw it up. You screwed up.
Well, they said he might get more than that year. It's at least, I think what I remember, it was at least at a minimum was going to be the year. It was this year at least, and it could be there could be more. And so I'm just like, God, you have got to be the stupidest person alive right now.
Speaking of stupid, my boy, what's Gordon? He signed Mr. Can't Stop Smoking the Weed. Stay off the weed. Gordon, he just re-signed back with whatever team. I don't know what's the last team. He played on so many teams.
Yeah, I've lost track.
But he re-signed and he's playing. That's good. Playing football.
Well, bravo to him, I guess. Yeah.
We got some tags. Let's talk
about. Well, we can do the tags.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, because
Godwin, he got tagged in Tampa. Yep. But who's throwing to him?
Yeah, I don't know. Well, that's would that be the same with who else was it that got tagged that I had talked about? Mike Gesicki, the tight end from the Dolphins, got tagged for 10.9.
He's good. I'm glad he got tagged. He's gonna make some money.
Yeah.
But he, whatever quarterback comes, he's like a security blanket, dude. He's right there.
I know.
He does his job. Yeah, I'm glad he got paid. $60 million. Your boy Mike Williams, out there with the
Chargers.
Chargers.
Well, that's a good. I think that's a good one.
Yeah. Herbert.
Well, even Dallas was like dropping the franchise tag. They tagged their tight end Dalton Schultz to the same $10.9 million.
He deserved it. He played. There was one game where Dak was just throwing to him one day. Schultz.
Yeah.
Speaking of that, Dak reconstructed his contract, folks. So they can have 22 mil?
22 million. I mean, bravo to him, because, a lot of quarterbacks don't like to do that. I think an easier way would have been to get rid of a running back. And they would have freed up even more money.
Well, they got pretty soon they ain't gonna have they're gonna have people. Somebody's gonna have to go. Somebody's gonna have to go.
It might be
Cooper might be going, dude.
I was going. Hell, it might be the owner.
Nah, he ain't gonna doubt. He owns it. That's his $1 billion playpen. He owns.
He's gonna take that to. He'll take that team with him to the grave.
He's gonna have a wheelchair, oxygen tank.
He's gonna be like if y'all ever watched Futurama. And they had the heads in the jars. Yep, that's gonna be Jerry Jones. He's still gonna be alive. He said, "You ain't ever taken my team.
I ain't going nowhere." Yeah. Let's see who else got who got paid.
Oh my! Spectre showing his face. Sorry,
Spectre showed his face.
Well, Anthony just messaged me that. I guess it's on his YouTube show or something. Anyways, Jaguars tagged Cam Robinson, but for the second year in a row. You tell me 2 seasons in a row you can't figure out, you can't work a deal out with your offensive for an offensive tackle? I'm curious though to see how much of the tag was because let's see. So he earned $13.75 million in 2021. On the tag, he's due $16.662 million under the tag this year.
Nice little bump up. I'll take it.
Yeah, I mean,
I'll take it.
You know, but they have until July 15th to work out a long-term deal, so maybe they'll get it done. I don't know. Said he earned a 67.4 grade from Pro Football Focus in 2021, which isn't really the greatest, but it's the best in his career, and it was the best among starters on the Jags' offensive line. But, you know, that also really isn't not something to say as it is. No, but he's also started all 61 games he's played in since they drafted him in 2017. So that's another.
I got to give the Jags a pass, man. They had a rookie quarterback. They got rid of their stud running back, and I mean they had a
fantastic head coach. I'm just kidding. They didn't. That was a train wreck from the start.
Yeah, no. If you're going to the bar and you're playing, you're drinking and hanging out with young college girls, yeah, that's good. Let's see who else. Who we got? So we got Godwin got signed. Williams got signed. Yep. Linebacker Landry got a 5-year, $87.5 million with the Titans. Oh man, the Panthers are talking about trading McCaffrey.
You know where he's going to go. He's coming home to Washington. Rivera's going to get that one.
Oh my God. No, because you guys got a running back. You have a running back.
Yeah, that's trade. We can trade. That's great trade bait, man.
He is not going to Washington. He ain't going to Washington.
There was talk before. There have been rumors for a while about him possibly going up there, and they nipped it in the bud last year. There are rumors for last season about him potentially maybe doing a reunion, just like there have been the rumors for Cam Newton, which thank God that train wreck didn't show up in D.C.
Wow.
I was glad about that one. I'm with the salary cap. I mean, God, I just wish I had $208.2 million. That's the salary cap for the NFL this year, folks. Yes. I just wish I had the, take the 0.2 out of the million. You can give me that.
What the hell would you do?
That's $200,000. I'll still take that.
Man, you be Bobby Boucher, man, the water boy. That's
what you be. Orlando Brown got franchise tagged also.
What did he get tagged with?
Let's see. The Chiefs tagged him. Let me see what they hit him with. Let's see. Tag figure for him is $16.6 million.
Oh, good for him.
So yeah. Hey, he didn't miss an offensive snap in each of his 16 starts for the Chiefs. 3rd straight Pro Bowl, so he's first his first as a left tackle in 2021. So, I mean, it makes sense. You obviously offensive line, you don't want to let go. That's the thing,
right?
Well, and look, maybe the 49ers, maybe they're going to keep Jimmy. They got a new quarterbacks coach, I hear. They hired ESPN analyst Brian Greasy. Maybe they go. Is that going to help him out?
All right. So let me ask you this, man. Okay, so Juju, let's see. You got like receivers like Will Fuller, Juju Smith, and Allen Robinson. Who would you give some money to? Who would get that money?
I'd probably say Juju.
You go with Juju.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a hard one to choose because I would love to say give it to all three of them, but
Fuller's a good receiver when he was with on the Texans.
Yeah.
But then he got suspended and got in trouble. But nah, you're right, Juju. But there's no Big Ben throwing to him. So Raiders pick up Juju. Juju on the beat. Pick up Juju.
He'll end up in Denver.
I think they got yeah.
Oh Lord. So where do we think Mitchell Trubisky is going to go?
On a bench.
Because he's a free agent. What team do you think he's going to end up with?
Well, he ain't even. I don't even think he's at the bottom of the free agent ranks as a quarterback.
So Adam Schefter tweeted this out about it. And first comment was Matt Miller, for an NFL draft scout, said the Giants. I almost want to tune in on Thursday to see what his thoughts are. Somebody replied, though, Mitch going to the Giants says a lot about his desire to succeed. He's in line for a huge payday by process of elimination, but chooses to go where he knows the system and the coach knows him. Someone said maybe Seattle. Pete
Carroll? Hey, Pete Carroll? You saw what he did with Russell? And I remember before Russell was there, they actually got the backup of the Raiders.
It would be
and brought him out there, and Russell took the job.
I don't know. We're talking Mitchell Trubisky, and of course, you know how Twitter is.
New Orleans.
Doesn't matter what it is. Nobody follows the format here. So
New Orleans.
Jordan Love apparently is going to be the Commanders' new quarterback. I don't even know what
is his real name. Juju. Yes, it is. Yes, his name is Ron Juju. Juju on the beat. It's also a DJ. What you got?
Here's one for you with Trubisky. What about going to the Steelers? Considering who they have right now to be in line for the job. I mean, you have...
He's played in that type of weather out there. Because
it'd be interesting because that would be one I could see doing it. God, why does everyone assume he's going to...
But you also have... where's Bridgewater going to go? Where's Wentz going to go?
Wentz is going to go to a bench somewhere.
Nah, he ain't going to no bench.
Well, that's unfortunate, but yeah.
I'm just, oh my God. So I got a list of the top free agents right now.
Yeah.
And of course, Terran Armstead is ranked number 1. He's a OT. And then you got a cornerback, JC. You got Von Miller. He's 33, folks. He still got some time to play. He's ranked number 3. You got cornerback Colton Davis, Chandler Jones. Oh God, Tyron Math, age 30. He's still young. He's ranked number 6. Marcus Williams, Allen Robinson. That guy is an elite receiver. I won't call him elite, but he's not garbage.
Yeah.
Where would he go? He needs to go somewhere. Odell Beckham. Where's Odell gonna go?
He said, Denver, you guys need an extra receiver? I wouldn't
Ooh.
say don't count it out. I really, obviously we know we're always, when it comes to this, unless we
I
have
know it's
solid facts.
speculation, folks.
Exactly. Everything you take with a grain of salt, unless we can, if it's Adam Schefter tweeting out because it happened or something like that, or there's some kind of truth to it,
Mhm.
it's the only way. Otherwise, it's all speculation. We
Then
know
again,
this.
hey, Odell Beckham. I was talking mad crazy crap about him, and guess what? He won a freaking ring, folks.
Yeah. So, but real quick with the Calvin Ridley, I just happened to see he tweeted something out afterwards, though. I bet 1,500 total. I don't have a gambling problem. I couldn't even watch football at that point. Just go and be more healthy when I come back.
Whatever.
Stupid.
Antonio Brown, yeah, he's going to the CFL.
$1,500 and lost $10 million.
Said Antonio Brown. They ain't even got him rated. They don't even have him rated.
Call up Browns. I heard Browns calling out Calvin Ridley to see if he needs any assistance. Let me show you how this is done when you come back.
Oh my goodness,
God,
Jameis Winston. He's only 28.
He's gonna be a starter somewhere eventually.
Well,
I mean, if he does, I know I would love to see him stay with the Saints, but
he tore his ACL. ACL.
Yeah,
I don't know.
I know.
Oh my God, Clowney ranked number 17. He's 20 now. I remember, folks, when he got number 1. He was the number 1 choice.
Oh my God, that was awful. That was probably one. He was such. I mean,
he's not a bust. I wouldn't say he's
no. Not a huge. I mean, he was definitely overrated. I think he's still overrated.
You know what? He can ball. Boy can ball, but I will say he was not a first draft pick. Who is a first draft pick? Man, there's so many guys.
I know Jamarcus Russell.
So, guys, if you guys didn't know, he came into the store, Jamarcus Russell. Man, I was like, wow, he's the quarterback of the Oakland Raiders. Watched him. People, I could run faster than that guy, man. My grandmother could run faster than that guy. God damn.
Could Vince Young?
Vince Young was better. Vince Young was way better.
He was way better, but yeah, I mean, come on now. You already, they already knew Jamarcus had issues. The fact that he sat out, he refused to sign his rookie contract because he wanted more money. Right off the bat, that was a red flag. You should have just cut him there.
Nah, when I saw him leave my store and he went to the pretzel store, and he had a bag of pretzels and extra cups of cheese and sauce, I said, "Oh shit, this don't look good."
You want to talk about the Dion Sanders news?
Folks, prime time ain't gonna be doing none of that foot stepping, not like he used to. He got some toes cut off, and I wish him a speedy recovery. He had some blood clots in his toes, and so he got a couple of his toes.
To elaborate more on this, he was hospitalized for around a month in the middle of last season when the Tigers finished 11-2. Mm-hmm. He had a dislocated toe along with an inflamed nerve. His initial procedure was in September. He later returned to the field for practice using a golf cart and crutches. He roamed the sideline for a game with the help of a push scooter. As he healed, his toes began to darken under the bandages. They were talking about the amputation of toes. Then they were talking about the amputation of my leg from the knee down. Then they were trying to ensure I had life. Holy shit. Yeah. So it was a lot worse than...
There's a reality show that you can actually see him with his players, and they're in the locker room, and he's like just grimacing as they're looking at his toes. But that's...
So he underwent several surgeries. He developed a femoral arterial blood clot. He also had compartment syndrome where his legs swelled up, and doctors had to flay open his leg to drain fluid. So he had his big toe and his second toe amputated. God. You know what? I'd rather lose the toes than the leg or my life. So, at least that's what it was.
I hope so, man. I hope they get all those blood clocks, folks. Is no joke.
Yeah, they are. That's. I mean, I've had nine surgeries on. I've had nine surgeries on both my knee between my two knees. So I know all about the risks that come with stuff like
I
that.
had a friend that got a knee replacement, and the next day she died. So, yeah, blood clots ain't nothing, and it was from a blood clot. So it's no joke, folks. So I hope all jokes aside, I don't wish that on nobody. I hope he gets a speedy recovery because he was the man. He played. Hey, he played Dallas. He played on the Niners. He played on Atlanta. He was a star.
He played on the nine. He only and folks. He only played on Dallas because he did so well with the Niners. That's
I love the commercial. Jerry Jones calls him up. Go get me prime time.
Look, let's be honest. That's the only reason. Look at who everybody else. All of his successful players have usually been that route, unless they've been developed by the team.
Yeah.
Oh, let's see. So I did also see that they canceled the NFL owners and the Players Association have come to the agreement. So for the new season, there are absolutely no all the COVID restrictions that they had last year are gone. Everything. They've removed all their rules, regulations, restrictions. All of that is still gone. Has been officially removed for the start of the season. I know they announced the game for the Hall of Fame game. Mm-hmm. I'll be sleeping during that because that should be such a blast to watch. I'm sure. I mean, probably not. I'm pretty sure. What is it? Jacksonville is going up against the Jets or something. I don't even. I mean,
is Major League Baseball canceled? As for now, bro.
Yeah. I mean, I can Google. Let's bring the news.
Talk. Actually, they're going back to talk.
Well, here this came in. Let's see. This came in about 3 hours ago from Sports Illustrated. MLB, the MLB Players Trust raised one. Oh no, that's not it. Shit. Spring training canceled as part of the perhaps largest group. So yeah, they're just doing fundraisers basically. So instead of basically, this was just saying that because spring training's canceled, they're just raising donations for causes that they care about. Instead of working on a deal, let's just do fundraisers and whatnot.
They need to stop treating us like we're idiots. How the Major League Baseball can savage the season. So there's a story. I mean, owners. I mean, when it comes down to it, it's just it's money. It's just money. That's what it is.
Well, oh, look at that. So Russell Wilson's in the place that he would have originally been in Colorado, because he originally was going to sign with the Rockies in baseball before because he was just that good. He's that athletic of a player that he could have done it all. But yeah, I haven't seen any news that I've been able to find on the there isn't anything. So right now there's still no season. There's no. So the longer this plays out, the worse it's going to be for baseball, because you're going to lose. It's going to go ahead.
The team that Josh Gordon resigned, he resigned with the Chiefs.
Oh, well, good for him to get re-signed as he's dealing the reefer. Bravo. Well, Stephon Diggs doesn't have a contract. They're still working on getting something for him.
He wants big money, and they better pay the man.
Nah, he'll just do a reunion in Minnesota once they get rid of Kirk Cousins. Oh, man. I saw Kirk Cousins was trending on Twitter earlier. I don't know exactly what it was. The Titans are not tagging outside linebacker Harold Landry. They're still hoping to work out a long-term deal. Well, if not, looks like another outside linebacker will be on the move.
Or he'll sit out. You know how some of these guys do. They sit out. Football starts.
I mean, yeah. I mean, we're with all of the trades and stuff, or the franchise tags, and I'm waiting. I want to see what the hell's going to happen with free agency. There are so many players
There's a lot of
that.
players.
Well, it's like I don't think I've ever seen a season in recent memory where the free agency is more stacked than the draft could be. And that's, I mean, you're going to have not just, decent players. You're going to have Pro Bowl players, Super Bowl champion players that could potentially end up being free agents. Gronk, free agent,
He's a free agent.
potential. Yeah. There's a lot of play, and Gronk's already said where he wants to play. Gronk already said he wants to go. He wants to catch passes from a quarterback up in Cincinnati. He made that statement right after they made it to the Super Bowl. So I'm wondering if that's where we'll see him in a Bengals jersey next season.
They did their tight end did go to free agency, so they are in need of a top. There's a lot of tight ends, man. You'd be surprised all the tight ends out there.
Oh, I know. Well, and there's still no word with Washington what we're going to do with quarterback. It's still early. I don't listen to the media anyways because I'm faithful.
I'd give him another chance, but I would bring in a young guy and do a quarterback challenge.
It'll be interesting. I trust Rivera. Rivera, that's his team. Right. It's not Dan Snyder's team anymore. The day when he brought Rivera to Washington, that was basically him handing it over and saying, "Here you go, fix my disaster." Well, that was what was supposed to happen. That was what was
back in the days, 49ers, Jed York, we hated him. Oh my God, people called in, they hated him. So what did he do? He went and got Lynch. He got Shanahan, and guess what? Everything's all happy and
yeah. Let's see. So the Bengals used a franchise tag on Jesse Bates for $12.911 million. The Browns tagged David Njoku for $10.93 million. So Devontae's getting paid. I mean, he got $20 million just to get tagged.
I would work a deal. You look, if you are going to have your boy there for the next 4 years,
yeah,
you gotta work something out with Devontae Adams. That's his guy. That's his guy. You gotta work something.
And it's interesting. So I've also got the list. The Devontae got $20 million. Godwin got hit with the franchise tag, only got 19. But there's a difference though because you've got a price set for the franchise tag with non-exclusive franchise tags, and then there's a transition tag. Like wide receiver for the non-exclusive tag is about $18.4 million. Quarterbacks can get tagged at $29.7 million. Tight end is $10.93. So we saw a bunch of those that got that at the tight end that got that $10.93. So they were non-exclusive franchise tags. God, you could even tag your kicker and punter for $5 million if you want.
Well, we tagged the Niners one time. We tagged our kicker.
Yeah. Well, y'all needed a kicker. I mean, you guys had some great kickers. I mean, there's just kicker is one of those positions that you underestimate.
Right. Well, now you got tight ends now that are playing like receivers, and you got receivers playing like running backs, like Debo. He's like
the days of the hybrid, because it's like Taysom Hill is a hybrid, but you're starting to see more and more players have that dual threat, be able to be a dual threat or a triple threat, positional player. That's exactly what Taysom Hill is. He can run, he can throw, well, kind of throw, and and catch. I mean, so he's literally the same thing.
You had a guy like back in the day. You had a guy like Antonio Gates who was a stud at tight end, but he was the thing about they were getting tight end money, but not getting that receiver money.
Yeah. Well, and that's the one problem when you have these kind of players that are able to do one, two, or three positions is
Right.
then how the hell do you pay because then the owners can be like, well, I'm only going to pay you this. They're going to start to look, all right, do I pay him this, or this? And they're going to keep them at a wide receiver position may make more even if they're a running back and they're playing three different positions.
So you throw incentives if you do this,
Yeah,
if you do
I
that.
think that's where we're gonna start to see that trend with the incentives being bigger and more things to incentivize these things because the skill of these players coming out of college is just phenomenal nowadays.
I agree. I agree. But you got to pick them though. I've seen
Yeah,
some guys that ain't do crap, and I've seen some guys that are like, what, like, holy cow! And then there's guys you got to give them a chance to develop. Look at the Bills quarterback. Look at him now. Look at Mahomes. Mahomes. He sat on the bench while Alex Smith was playing. Come on, and look at him
yeah.
now. So yeah.
Well, I mean, no disrespect to Alex Smith either, because he was a phenomenal quarterback.
He was a game
Um,
manager. He knew how. There's different types of quarterbacks. There's game managers.
Yeah, well, and that was the same as Brady. Brady was a game manager. Regardless of what we want to say, whether he was or not, I will always consider him a game manager because he knew how to manage everything.
He could throw the ball too, folks.
Well, yeah, that too.
I think as he got older, he got better. Hell,
Yeah, he did.
I think if he's changed his mind, he played better than some of these guys.
Well, I used to say the same exact thing about Jerry Rice. That even today, Rice could probably come out of retirement today at his age and still do better than half the receivers in the league. Because remember, Rice used to go to those NFL the combines and things like that and do the 40-yard dash and do all these things with the receivers, even years after he retired, and he was still doing better than some of those guys, some of these kids that were just out of college, and he was still leaving them in the dust.
I hate my number one receiver right now is Cup, and I've seen some guys they were arguing and they were talking about, Devontae Adams was better than Cup. I'm like, I'm sorry, but did you see how many catches this guy caught? This guy is money.
Because the other thing is, I can just throw and be like, well, does Devontae have a ring on his finger? I mean, not a wedding ring either. No, he doesn't.
No,
Does Cup? I'm pretty sure Cup does.
Hell, he's the reason that they won because of him.
Yeah, exactly.
So, yeah, no.
Devontae, one day you'll get one, maybe.
No, right now, Cup is the best, in my opinion, folks. I think.
Yeah, no question.
I mean, the guy can do it all. He can go long. He can do slants and routes and whatever you need him. He can do it.
Yeah. Yeah. I haven't seen. I've been sifting through trying to see if there's any other news stuff.
It's tomorrow, dude. See,
well, yeah. See, so what happens? What we've noticed is, as soon as we go off the air, we'll go. The next day, then it all starts, or it shows up right before. We could have a show planned. I mean, I usually plan like within an hour ahead of time, but regardless, we could have something set up, and then the NFL's like, "No, we're gonna change that. You ain't doing all this," and they just drop everything. Right now, the odds-on favorite to win the NFL MVP next year is Russell Wilson. Apparently, based off the futures. Let's see. Wilson, you've got a bunch of quarterbacks listed here. Players with the best odds to win the next year's MVP. Mahomes, plus 600. Josh Allen came in at number 2 with a plus 700. Rodgers, number 3. Herbert, 4. Let's see. Matthew Stafford came in at 5. Joe Burrow, number 6.
Hello, Bruce Allen.
Yeah. Dak even has a shot at it. I mean, he's at 8. So, Kyler Murray made this list too. I'm just, Wait a minute. But I did see that Kyler, though, he added all his Cardinals stuff back to his Instagram. Once he got done with his little temper tantrum. And maybe he didn't want to focus on the NFL during the offseason. Players do that, I think.
Right. Oh my God. Who's the Bills quarterback again is because I totally hello, Josh Allen. I'm saying Bruce Allen. No,
Bruce. God, Bruce
Allen. Josh Allen.
Hey, we got a question from Santiago. Can the Broncos win the AFC West next season? Right now, I would say yes. When the season starts, I don't know, because the entire season, my predictions were what I predicted at the beginning of the season to the end of the season was none of it was correct.
Me, but you got somebody that can beat the Broncos that you sleeping on. You sleeping on, right?
Let me see. It's not Rodgers. Is Tom Brady back? You talking about Herbert? Or which quarterback we talking about? Which team? The Raiders, right? The Raiders.
You got.
I know you're not talking about the Chiefs.
Come on,
Chiefs
dude.
aren't.
Come on, man. Look.
No, Chiefs aren't winning it.
Excuse me. Patrick Mahomes has something to say about that. He still has Kelsey. He's still Tyreek Hill.
He had all those players last year too. And where'd they end up? At home watching the Super Bowl.
He's gonna have the biggest he's like, I can't believe I blew this game. He's coming back with a vengeance, folks.
That's 2 years in a row. But 2 years ago, I heard the same thing, that he was going to come back this past season with a vengeance, and nothing happened. Maybe things will be different.
Just because they signed Russell Wilson to he's on a new team, don't mean he's going to do anything. He has to first. We have to see how he plays with the team.
Hold up. Because I think you probably said the same thing about Matthew Stafford. He ain't going to win the Super Bowl. Hell, we know Jeff never thought that he was on. Jeff has already dictated who's going to be MVP and Super Bowl champs. I saw that tweet like a week ago that Dak Prescott's the MVP of the league and the Cowboys are Super Bowl champs. And I'm just like,
look, it looked good on paper, folks, but until you actually see them play, gotta see them play.
But see, that's why I said right now, because the season hasn't started. We haven't even gotten to training camp or anything. I said right now.
All right, look.
I said I'll get it. I said right now, the way things are, I would say the Broncos are the favorite to win it. Is the AFC West in play? I think it's definitely in play. I think this changes the dynamic of it because it shifts the Seahawks are officially, they're non-existent now. They don't stay in they're not going to be competing for any division wins anytime.
The Raiders were almost there.
They got lucky. Let's be honest. You really think that Derek Carr is going to carry them to an AFC championship and winning a division, getting to the Super Bowl? I don't know if he has it in him. And it's no disrespect. Carr's a great player. I just don't see that he has that kind of. He can get to that next level. And all I'm saying is right now, the way things are on the paper with where we are currently with the NFL, I would put the Broncos to be the odds-on favorite. Now that can change. Week 1 could happen and Russell Wilson gets injured and is out for the season.
Right.
So we don't know.
See, that's what a lot of people were saying about Stafford coming out here.
And I said the same thing. I said that even in the Super Bowl. I said the same thing. I said Stafford was the X factor for me with the Super Bowl because I based all of it off of how he, the play in Detroit. His whole career was there, so I was able to look back and compare. Wilson, he's always been a great quarterback. He's got a stacked team that he's playing for now. I don't know if I would put this that he could get back to the form that he was in with the Legion of Boom back at that early stage.
Mm-hmm.
But because I don't think Denver's defense is that kind of level. But they've got an elite offense now that you add Wilson to it. That automatically amplifies them. I don't put them at finishing mediocre or something. I think you put a Super Bowl caliber quarterback there, or one that's been to the Super Bowl, that automatically bumps you up. It's no different than when Brady went to the Bucs. The Bucs were a joke. Brady went there. That automatically put them in contention for a Super Bowl. Wilson goes to the Broncos. I think they should at least be considered to be put into contention.
What the hell are you talking about? Joe Flacco went to a team. Did he elevate him? Did Joe Flacco elevate anybody? Did Joe Flacco?
Because Flacco was not on Russell Wilson's level. It's a different
Super Bowls.
That not because of him. He got lucky. Flacco.
You even got young Manning. He's got 2 Super Bowls.
I don't know what the hell happened there. I can't even.
So
but
because you win a Super Bowl don't mean that you are Super Bowl bound. Because I'm just saying.
Stafford went to the Rams, took him to the Super Bowl.
He did, but he never won a Super Bowl.
He did now.
Can they repeat again? I think they get Cup, Robert Woods. Healthy.
They have all the same. They have the. I mean, they have Cup. That's enough, right? They have. I could see the Rams being in contention for a repeat. Can they get there? I don't know, because they're going to have to go through Green Bay, and I don't know if Rodgers is going to be Rodgers is going to be on a whole nother level. As much as it hurts me to say that, I think if you were going to look at things, be like, who's going to be in the NFC Championship? I would say the Rams. Right now, I'm going to put the Rams because they're coming off a Super Bowl win, but I think they're going to be. It would be the Packers and the Rams, and the AFC. I don't know. I really wasn't expecting the Bengals, but I would put the Chiefs and
that was a fluke.
The Chiefs and the Broncos, I think, are going to be the two that are going to be that are going to go all the way down the road. Who gets to the Super Bowl? I don't know, but I could be wrong, and everything could be thrown up.
Are the Cowboys going to play better than what they did last year, or are they going to play worse?
They're going to be the same. It's just going to be another 8-8 or 9-8 or whatever. I mean, look. The reality is and unfortunately for the Cowboys fans, and I know you all hate me. I don't really care. You guys are the joke of the NFL when it comes to setting expectations through the roof and finishing right at the middle of it. McCarthy's going to treat that team the same way that their last coach, Jason Garrett, was. Let's go out and say we're going to the Super Bowl and finish 8-8 and still have a job. Because the problem with the Cowboys is you got Jerry Jones as an owner and Mike McCarthy is a yes man. That's your biggest. That's the biggest issue with your coach is he's not going to stand up to the owner and run that team the right way. Reality is he's just a puppet, and Jones runs that team regardless.
Until they win a playoff. They got to win a playoff game. They got to win.
It's not going to happen anytime soon. Somebody needs to put Old Man Jones in the home and take over the team if they ever want to see anything. I don't care how good the players are, how stacked that team can be. They're going to finish the same way they've done since Jason Garrett took over as head coach. It's going to just be, you're either going to be one and done in the playoffs or you're not even going to make it to the playoffs.
We still have the free agency and we still have the draft. We have a lot of teams that can pick up some players and be contenders. So quarterbacks in the AFC: Mahomes, Allen, Herbert, Lamar, Burrow, Wilson, Watson. I don't think so. Carr is quite the list. I agree.
Yeah, that is.
I agree.
That is a stacked list.
In the top, Mahomes, Allen, and Herbert. Lamar, I don't know, man. I think he's
Are
just
you sure? Wait, Lamar the running back or Lamar the quarterback? Because
Lamar. He's
he's a great runner. He's a great running back,
he's a
but
kid
he's a
throw. He can throw. He can throw.
hit or miss. It's hit or miss. He's not a great. He's a good quarterback. He's a great running back. He's a good quarterback. He's not. I don't know if I could see Lamar get to the next level to become an elite
You know
quarterback.
what? You know what Lamar need to be? He needs to be an Allen because Allen checks all the boxes. He
Yeah,
can throw, he can run, and he's smart. He's smart.
yeah, and that's what you have all those traits. That's what makes
Right.
you into an elite quarterback.
That was
And that's
Wilson.
what.
That was Wilson when he was younger coming in. I don't know.
Well, hey,
I
look,
don't
let's
know.
not
I don't
let's
know.
not knock age because sometimes the older you get, the better you get. We already saw how that worked out for Tom Brady.
Yeah, I think it
I'm not saying
depends.
that Wilson is the same as Tom Brady, but I'm just saying age is just, at this as a quarterback now. Sometimes age is really all it is a number because for whatever reason Rodgers gets older and is still plays.
You also got to look where they're playing. I mean, is Wilson gonna be able to play in the Mile High Stadium? Is he gonna like?
Yeah, I think he'll. Well, it'll be interesting to see what happens. I think that's for sure. Um, it'll definitely be interesting to see. I'm hoping that the NFC East doesn't become another train wreck that it was last year, but
Hey, Mahomes won a
the,
Super Bowl. He's good. Um, yeah, Mahomes and Allen. Herbert, he's another guy. Whew. He reminds me of Allen. He reminds me of Allen. So
yeah. Well, and that's there are people that were tweeting out like the AFC West is going to be wild this year with I mean Wilson with the Broncos, Mahomes with the Chiefs, Carr with the Raiders, and Herbert with the Chargers. That I mean, you talk about a stacked
that's
AFC
that's insane.
West. That is, I don't know if you could get a more elite AFC West with quarterbacks. Just those names. I mean, that's gonna. I mean,
Carr's
it
not a
definitely
scrub.
is.
Everybody, Carr is not a scrub. Chargers re-signed receiver Mike Williams to 3 years, $60 million. Yes,
Yeah,
yeah. Herbert, and Mike Williams. Even they still got Allen. Allen is he's a hell of a receiver, and they got a good tight end too. On the chart.
I'm gonna share a page thing here real quick. Let me see. Where's my shared screen? I don't need audio because it's just this. This right here. That's defensive coordinators in the AFC West next year.
Can you zoom in? Uh,
I don't know if I'm going to be able to. Let me try
okay.
this one. No, I don't think I can.
All right, no problem. Yeah, I just by looking at the face, yeah,
I mean, Bloodshot Eyes, the playbook. I
yeah.
mean, you're just in rags. They have no idea. But this, folks, if you really want to see, this was the Here we go. Oh, I guess I could have just clicked on the damn picture. So this is the trade breakdown. The Seahawks received Drew Lock, defensive lineman Shelby Harris, tight end Noah Fant, 2 first-round picks, 2 second-round picks, and a 5th-round pick. They got a 4th-round pick in Wilson, is what the Broncos got. Now, you know who's irritated more than anything out of this is there's a quarterback down in Texas that's like, what the ownership is like, what the hell? We offered the same thing and nobody wants Deshaun Watson because they wanted this similar kind of trading bait. And I'm just like, dude, Watson's is a train wreck of issues. Here we go. This is the
Yeah,
AFC
but
West.
you also gotta look at marketing, selling jerseys, putting butts in the seats,
Yeah. Now,
doing
yes,
ads and
that would get
commercials.
Watson would get people into the seats. I just the problem is, and this is why Watson he's gonna be he's gonna be down in Houston next year on the bench. Is nobody is the moment somebody signs him, he's not playing anyways.
People
You're
gotta
literally
understand
gonna sign somebody just to sit.
football is a privilege, and once you break the law or you do stupid stuff, it can easily.
Yeah, and that it's unfortunate because he had potential. He was a damn good quarterback, and he threw it all away.
Yeah. Yeah.
So it sucks to see it, but I do not see anybody taking him this year either. I mean, desperate teams. I don't even think you could see a desperate team sign him. And it's not that their teams are blacklisting him. We're not doing that. We're not using that theory.
He's got tried, dude. He's got baggage. Look, if I'm a millionaire, I'm not investing my millions in that guy that has baggage. I don't need
we're not talking like Terrell Owens baggage, Chad Ochocinco baggage. We're talking the fact that
a leader. Can he be a leader of men? Can he motivate my team when they're in the huddle?
He might be motivating some, but it ain't your team.
Russell Wilson won a Super Bowl. He's a leader. He's squeaky clean, folks, and he dates. He's not dating. He's married to Sierra. Come on now. You get to see Sierra at the game with him.
Yeah, I mean it's unfortunate for him, but he did it to himself. It's no different than this is why we're never gonna. I can guarantee you will not see Antonio Brown in an NFL jersey this year. Well, he might have his own, but he's not going to be on an NFL team this year.
I don't know.
He's done burned.
I said that about Gordon, and this guy. I mean, he just.
But there's a different. I would take Gordon over Antonio Brown. The fact of the matter is, Brown said, "Oh, the coach forced. I needed surgery that day, but the coach said I have to go play." He's doing fucking cartwheels out on the field and jumping jacks. But I thought your ankle injury was so severe that you literally had to have surgery that after you left that game. Yet you were able to manage doing jumping jacks and all kinds of other stuff. No,
I wouldn't be able to. I'm sorry. Can you send me a text, Coach? No, because you like to post people's messages. I don't think so. You like to record people. You suspect, man. You 5-0. I can't trust you. I don't know.
He's done. He's done. I don't. But look, you've burned yourself with how many teams? You burned yourself with the Steelers, the Raiders, the Patriots, now the Bucks, and then you burned the GOAT of all people, the only one that actually had your back with two different teams, took you in. Brady didn't have to do that, and you still crapped on him.
See, he already had his second chance, third chance,
fourth, fifth.
I mean.
I don't see it. I think he's done. He's going to be sitting at home with Calvin Ridley, and they're going to be placing bets on games, trying to make them millions.
$1,500, man. $1,500 bet.
$1,500 bet turned into a $10 million loss. Stupid. God Almighty, yeah. Oh man! All right, so we'll be back next week. I'm sure we will have just as much. Free agency, I'm sure, we'll be getting ready, closing up for who knows what else is going to happen. I'm sure there's going to be more news. Maybe we'll have something to discuss about Deshaun Watson. Probably not.
Hope not. Well, you guys, please keep yourself clean, man. Don't mess up your money. Your people investing millions of dollars.
Yeah.
People want
the thing is, and the other thing, not only that, but you are the face. Kids, little kids that play pee-wee football, things like I remember when I was a kid, I looked up to the NFL. That was my goal, was to be a quarterback or a running back. I mean, every kid's dream is to make it to the
temptation. Go to church on Sundays.
Preach it. All right, so guys, we will see you guys here next Tuesday, same time, same place, 9 p.m. Central Standard Time. Check us out on all our apps, Twitter, Twitch, Facebook, YouTube. We're basically everywhere. We're on.
Sportscast is blowing it up, folks.
We got college basketball shows.
Anything.
There's going to be a USFL show. There's a college basketball or just basketball in general. At some point, we'll get maybe we'll have a baseball show if Major League Baseball ever happens. I don't see it.
One thing I will say will be elite in 2022. Sportscast.
Yes, and hands down. All right, we are out of here.